In today's video, you will learn how to animate a minimal logo animation in After Effects. You can download this project file absolutely free from the link in the description below. So, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so here you can see our minimal logo in our composition. In the timeline, you can see there are lots of layers. If you want to know how to prepare a logo file to animate in After Effects, I would recommend you check this tutorial. Here, I will explain how to prepare a logo in Illustrator, then set it up in After Effects. So we have a separate layer for each element, as you can see in our timeline. So I start with the text of this logo. So first I select all the text layers, and then I open the position properties and add a keyframe. Then I move the timeline to around 2 seconds and add a keyframe here. Then I go back to the first frame and manually change each letter's positions like this. Then I select all the keyframes and easy ease them. After that, I open the graph editor and select this point and change the graph like this, so our text animation becomes smoother. Also, you can adjust the keyframes to speed up the animation. Then I open the opacity value and add a keyframe. Then go to the first frame and change the opacity value to 0 for all layers. And now you can see how it looks. After that, I select the last keyframes and change their position to get this nice look. Then, I arrange the layers like this, randomly, so we will get animation like this. It's random animation, and it will look much better than before. Now, I've successfully animated our text layers, and right now I'm going to animate the zigzag line. Zigzag line reveal. So first, I click this icon to solo this layer, so we can focus only on this particular layer. Then I lock this layer as well. After that, I select the pen tool. Make sure fill is set to none. And then I start a line over the zigzag design. Make sure you cover it completely. Then I rename this layer as Zigzag Reveal. Then I search Cap to get the line cap option. And I change the butt cap to round cap to smooth out the corners of the shape. Then I select Contents and add the trim paths. When I open the trim path properties, I add a keyframe for the end property and change the value to 0. Then I go to the 1.5 second mark and increase the value to 100%. If I play the preview, you can see how it will animate. Then I select all the keyframes and easy ease them to get a smoother animation. Then I go to the graph editor and change the graph like this, so it will look much better than before. Alright, so after that, I click on the toggle switches to reveal the track matte option. And then I unlock the zigzag line layer and change its track matte to zigzag reveal. And now, we got our zigzag line reveal animation. After that, I close the graph editor and unsolo this layer, so we can see the rest of the design. It looks nice. Let's move forward and animate the leaves of this flower. Root and leaf setup. To animate the leaves, first I select the leaf layers as well as the root layer, and then solo these layers to focus only on these particular layers. Then I select the root layer and press Y to switch to the anchor point tool, And as you can see, this is the anchor point, which I set at the bottom of the shape. Then I go to the first frame, open its scale properties, and add a keyframe. Then I go to the 1.5 second mark and add another keyframe. Then I go back to the first frame, and before doing anything, I unlink the scale. And then I change the Y value to 0%. So it will animate like this. Then I select all keyframes and easy ease them. And then I go to the graph editor and change the graph like this so it will look much better. You can also adjust the keyframes to speed up the animation. Left leaf animation. Alright, now I unsolo this root layer and select the left leaf. And once again, I'm going to show you that I set the anchor point of this shape to this point. So if I rotate this leaf, it will rotate like this. Make sure you place the anchor point at the right place. Now I place the time indicator at the 2-second mark, and then I add a keyframe for the rotation properties of this layer. After that, I move backward a little and change the rotation value to 8 degrees, and then move the time indicator and change the rotation value to 15. And then at the first frame, I set the rotation to 40 degrees. That way, we can see how the leaf is moving. Now I open the scale property and add a keyframe, then go to the first frame and change the scale value to 0. Let's adjust the keyframe a little bit. Then I select all the keyframes and easy ease them to get a smoother look. Nice. Then I select all the rotation keyframes and move forward slightly to get a variation. And now it's perfectly revealed. Right leaf animation. Alright, now I'm going to animate the other leaf, which is the right leaf. So I select the layer, open its rotation properties, add a keyframe, and then I change its rotation values to -8, then 15, and lastly -40, which are totally opposite values from the left leaf. Then I copy the scale value from the left leaf and paste it to the right leaf's scale property. And if I play the preview, you can see both leaves animated very nicely. And don't forget to easy ease the rotation properties to get a smoother look. And then I drag the left leaf slightly forward to get a variation. Now it will look much better than before. So right now we've successfully animated the text layers, the zigzag line, and our leaves with the root. And now we are going to animate our flower shape, which is an important part of this tutorial. Alright, let's animate our flower leaves. So first, I select all the layers except the flower leaves and then hide them, and then I click the shy icon. And then I lock this as well, and after that, I click this icon to hide all layers. Now we can focus on the leaves of the flower. Now select all the layers, replicate them, and then pre-comp them. Name this comp as reference, and then I open its property and reduce the opacity value to 50 and lock this layer. So if I move our flower leaves, we can see the original shape of this flower. So that's the reason I created this reference layer. Now I select the pen tool. Let me expand the view, and then I start drawing a line which is going bottom to top and make it like this. Basically, you have to create a circular path like this and adjust a little bit. Yeah, so it should be like this. Then I search path, so you can see the path properties of this shape. Then I add a keyframe. Then I copy this keyframe from the shape layer. Then select the left flower leaf layer, open its position properties, and make sure you are at the first frame. And select the position value and paste it here, so you can see the path of the shape is pasted into the position value of this layer. So our leaf is moving on the path we just created. Now I adjust its rotation, also the position. And now it will look much better. Then I select the last keyframe, go to the path, and click on the stopwatch to create a keyframe. Then I go back a few frames, and with the help of the pen tool, I adjust the shape of the leaf like this. So you can see a new keyframe automatically created in the timeline. And if I play the animation, we can see how it morphs and settles down to its original position. So we just created this animation with the 2 keyframes of the path properties of this layer. Then I go back a few frames where the shape is going upwards like this. And right here, I once again adjust its shape like this. Let's see the preview. It's looking nice. Only one thing is that at the first frame, it starts in the frame. So I move it down a bit so it will start from out of the frame. Now I select all the position keyframes and easy ease them. Then I open the graph editor, and at this point where the shape is at the top of the point, which is here, I click this handle so a pop-up box will open. Simply click this checkbox. It will merge 2 points, and then we can adjust the graph editor points or handles together. Then I adjust the graph like this so the animation will look dynamic and interesting. Now it looks perfect. So I'm gonna animate the other leaf with the same technique which I used to animate this leaf. And then I'll come back to show how to animate the middle section of this flower. Middle section animation. So I animated the other leaf as well. And the final leaf animation you can see on the screen. And now we can move forward to animate the middle section of this flower. So I simply solo this middle shape layer. And then I open the position properties and add a keyframe. And then go to the first frame and change the position of this shape like this. Then I move forward between the 2 keyframes, and then I change the position of the shape like this. If you see this weird handle, simply press G, hold Alt on the keyboard, and click the vertex point to remove these handles. And check the preview before moving forward. Okay, let's select all the keyframes and easy ease them. Then go to the graph editor and once again do this process to merge the handles. And change the graph like this so we will get this animation. After that, I adjust the keyframe of this middle shape to get the perfect look. Now it's perfect. Moving lines on the middle section. So first I select the pen tool, and then I create this kind of shape over this middle section of the flower. And then I increase the stroke width as well as change the color of the stroke so it will match the overall look. Then I rename this shape as 1. And then I parent this shape to the middle section of this flower. So it will move with the middle section of this flower. After that, I select the layer 1 and change its track matte to the middle part of the flower. And then I turn on the layer so you can see our shape inside the middle layer. Now I open the position properties of this layer 1 and add a keyframe, and I'm gonna animate its position like this. Also, I adjust the keyframes to increase the speed of this shape 1. Then I duplicate this layer, and then I trim this layer at this point and arrange it like this. Then I duplicate those layers once again and arrange them manually. So we will get this look. Final arrangement and preview. After successfully animating the leaves of this flower, we are moving forward to the final chapter of the tutorial, which is arranging layers in the right sequence to get the final look. So first I click the shy icon to see the rest of the layers. Then I turn on the layer so we can see them in our composition. And right now all the layers are playing at the same time, which is not good, so we are going to arrange these in the right sequence. Like, I want the flower leaves to come first in the composition, then I want the root, and after that I want the text to animate, and then at last the zigzag lines reveal themselves. And here is the final preview. So that's how you can create a minimal logo animation in After Effects. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.